Really, like, balancing is like the yin and the yang, right? So this light, you know, in the light of and Lemuria, and we're bringing those wisdom codes back. And literally, it's been happening. I know everybody talked about like 2012 as being like, you know, the end of the world, and there was kind of the birth of actually this ascension process. So when I talk about ascension, especially on Instagram, I'm talking about that. This is an evolution of how we do human. So allow this old world to die. Allow all the shit to fall. We are not going back to normal. It's going to get heavy out there. And it already is. And we're going into eclipse season. That bird is so pretty. So eclipse season starts, I believe, June 4th or 5th. And then we have 3 back-to-back eclipses, y'all. And let me tell you, the lax eclipses that we had at the end of 2019, fuck me up. Like, I literally manifested where I am right now to process what happened in the eclipses of the winter in December and prior to that. And I guess that's why I'm putting myself out there, to just encourage people to go deep in your shadows. Like, love your shadows. Get to know your shadows. Like, don't be so scared of it. A lot of people are very intimidated to do the shadow work. But once you start to understand that you're just a vessel and you're here to deliver this conscious, loving message, life's fucking great. Because you develop a conversation with the universe that's like, oh, like, this is my garden. Like, oh, this is my stencil. Like, I get to paint. I get to have fun. And that's the other thing too. I'm so itchy. Let me take a sip of water while we're doing this. So, wrapping up. We have to check in with our heart center, you know, and checking on some real shit, being like, what am I holding in here? What are the seeds that I plant every day in my heart space? Right? Are we holding on to grudge? Are we holding on to pain? Are we holding on to regret? Are we holding on to not enoughness and lack, worry, fear? Because if you are a God, you are divinely protected and everything is in divine order. But again, words don't teach. You know, this is an energy thing too, you know, and then that's what I love to do. And the most powerful sessions that I've had, especially since I've been out here in St. Thomas, that I've done, is because I'm attracting people who are really genuinely starting to do their shadow work and then see results. Like, and see their worlds change means the absolute world to me. Like, it is an honor to work with each and every one of those people, because I know I'm connected with them and we've been doing this for lifetimes. Every single person that comes to me, it's like I know them. But that's the thing, like, we all know each other. Like, everyone literally is your beloved. And I think of my friend Shiku, because, like, that's where, like, we got that channeled message, is like, where she was telling me her channel message is like, you know, like, seeing everybody as your beloved, like brothers and sisters. And I think daring myself to do that here in the island. And it's not like a thing that you have to, like, hey, how are you? Like, no. It's a heart center thing. It's an energy thing. You know, like, once you start to feel that God inside yourself, you don't attract people that are lower vibrating, and when you do, they leave. They don't. No, it doesn't work. And so you start to see the world evolve in a very beautiful way. And I'm sharing this message because we need to have this true love, respect, and patience with self, like who you are. You're beyond this vessel of a person of color, or white, or a woman, or a man, or a child. Like, we are beyond this body. And it's awesome, you know? And again, I don't really share much of these, like, esoteric stories and stuff with only a certain group of people. But I think my account now is like super out there about like who I am and what I believe. And I think part of it had to heal a lot with my root chakra, obviously, you know, like what would my family think and blah, blah, blah. Like, who gives a fuck? And that's the other thing too. It's like, oh, like I have to just accept to where I am. And I think many of us look for so many answers like, oh, I'm doing the shadow work, but like, I'm not seeing anything. Well, have radical acceptance to whatever it is that's in your life. And if you're being triggered, go deeper. Talk to your triggers. Like if there are a thing, because most of them are shadows of sorts, and talk to them. Take them on a date. Go for a walk with them. Understand what the fuck pisses you off and release it. Because you have to realize that is an option. To suffer is an option. To hate is an option. Like, and it's also an illusion. So, and it just keeps us stuck in this old programming. And again, where we're evolving, those programs are not, again, coming into the fifth dimension or quantum leaping with us. They will be stuck. You will have to reset, you know, like, and yeah, I would just say practice radical acceptance. Call on your guides. Don't ever feel like you are alone. And yes, a session would be awesome, but you have all the answers. You know, being able to like really, you know, light a candle, you know, put a little glass of water. Ask what you need. Ask what it is that you want. What's the clarity and direction you want? Ask out loud and feel it in your heart. Feel it. Talk out loud. Talk to yourself. You know, it's finding literally that power within self. And for the first time, I guess in a month, I would say I really felt that fifth dimensional shift of like, oh, I'm here. Oh, that bird is so pretty. That bird keeps passing by this window. Like, I am here. Like, I am finding my wings. And I am realizing who the fuck I am and how powerful I am. So let's do it. Let's get it. So I hope you found some inspiration. Hopefully I'll be doing more content like this. But keep hope alive. Keep the faith. Anchor that faith. And drink water. For real. All right. Peace and blessings.